Hello everyone, let's go on a couple of examples on capacity calculations. Before that, let's go back here and I mentioned the capacity here, right? That's the equation for the capacity. I didn't talk about displacement in this video, so let's talk about displacement as well. So assume that you have all the drilling strings inside your wellbore, right? So when you have all your drill strings inside the wellbore, let's say you want to do a trip. Remember, the trip was, for example, you want to change your bit, right? So you have to take out all the drill strings out of the wellbore, correct? So what happens when you take out all the drill strings out of your wellbore? Think about it. You have a drilling, you have a wellbore full of liquid, right? So let's assume a very simple wellbore, just straight, right? And let's assume it's cased hole or open hole, doesn't matter at this point, but uniform, let's assume that. And then you have the whole drill string system here, right? You are drilling, and then at this point you decide that you want to change your bit, right? What is the status of your wellbore here? This is all filled with liquid, correct? Filled with drilling fluid. You want to stop your drilling. You want to take out your drill string system, right? And change the bit. What happens to the level of mud inside the wellbore? So initially, this is the bottom, right? For both of these, this is just the same hole. Just you remove the drill string and drill bit from it to change the drill bit, right? What happens to the level of drilling fluid inside your wellbore? It drops, right? Why? Because you had some strings which had some thickness here, right? You have a drill bit and you removed it. Now that part is filled with drilling fluid, so the total level of drilling fluid inside your wellbore drops, right? So go back to the discussion that we had in the class. Drilling fluid also provide a hydrostatic pressure at the bottom, right? So let's say there is a formation here that the pressure is something, I don't know, 5,000 psi, right? Now if this level drops, right, then what happens to the bottom hole pressure? It drops as well. Why? Because the pressure at the bottom hole is calculated by this equation, 5 rope depths, right? This is pound per gallon, this is feet, this is psi, right? So depths. So since the height of the drilling fluid dropped, then the pressure drops as well, right? So if that pressure drops below the formation pressure, then the kick happens, right? So you need to be careful about this situation, right? You need to be considering that if you are taking out the whole system, then the pressure of the formation that exists at the bottom is still lower than the hydrostatic pressure of the drilling fluid that you have inside the wellbore, correct? So now here the displacement is comes to the play, right? This volume that has been displaced is called, this volume is called displacement, this drop in volume. Okay, how do you calculate it? You just need to calculate the volume of the steel inside the wellbore. Well, the volume of the drill bit as well, but that's really not much considering the whole length of your drill string, right? So the displacement is the length of the volume of the steel of the drill string, right? How do you calculate it? Pretty simple, right? This is displacement. Probably I should have shown it with yeah, this is AP here, sorry about that. This is AS. We show the capacity with AP, right? But we also showed it here with AA. You can, this is the drill pipe capacity, this is annulus capacity. You can show it with AA as well, that's okay. But this AS is area, cross-sectional area of steel, and it's pi over 4, the outer diameter of the drill pipe, minus the inner diameter of the drill pipe, and that's it. You can use the conversion factor there and report it in the same unit as it is, right? So AS could also be reported as DO squared minus DI squared divided by 1029.4. That's it, right? Barrels per feet, outer diameter, right? Inner diameter. So that's called displacement. Make sense? So let's do an example here, right? Maybe on the next video.